Oh, awesome. Recording has started. Thank you everybody for joining as customary, and being that this is our last demo day of season 3, I want us to do something that we usually do, and that is to take a photo, a selfie. So if you could turn on your videos, if comfortable, be awesome. So like I see today you're in an office, super. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Okay, cool. If you can smile at the camera, and if more people could turn on their videos so that I have a very cool selfie to post tomorrow, that would be really fun. I'd be taking it in, and let me check if there's anybody else who has their camera on. Okay, it seems like it's only the people I can see. Thank you so much. In 1, 2, 3, I take the selfie. You can pause. I'm trying to drag it. Oh, I took a screenshot that didn't work. Sorry, guys. Okay, let's do it. Awesome. Taken hopefully a cute selfie. Thank you for participating. And I am stoked to end season 3, though a bit sad, but I know that it's ending on a very high note. So this is awesome. I'll just make a slideshow before we can start. Cool. Everybody, thank you so much for all the work that you've put in to make season 3 happen. And when I say everybody, is the community who you've been showing up, everybody within the Good Dollar community, and you, the builders yourselves. It's pretty awesome that we've reached this milestone. And also since we started around February, now it's almost like 5 months in the year. Can you guys believe it? And we are finishing the season. So pretty awesome. Thank you so much for showing up and for always being available. Now, the agenda for today, a bit longer, but hopefully the call will not be that long. We have the Good Builders Season 3 overview. I'll do an intro on our core team, since I'm not sure like everybody knows what everybody does. And then I'm going to do a quick mentors intro and then do a shout out. Then we're going to have updates and project highlights. Then we're going to have live demos. And then for 2 minutes, have Zinta give a builder's note, and then have Q&A and feedback if there is any, and then close the ceremony. Cool. So we started with 11 projects. Now we're at 9 projects. Not because the other ones did anything wrong, just that we decided for them to drop off from the season due to different reasons, but hopefully we see them in season 4. And when it comes to season 3, I think one of the things that I have to mention is that the Good Builder season 3 wasn't just a program. In fact, it was an experiment to find out few things regarding the impact of the program. And sorry, I'm trying to admit somebody into the, okay. Cool, I have admitted. Yeah, so when we started the Builders program, we really wanted to find out, what happens when you back builders who've been overlooked over time with real support. What can Good Dollar do when it's used as a currency for real world use and not just a concept? Can we grow the ecosystem through the builders and not just top-down initiatives? And does the streaming funding model that we currently use work for teams, and how does that impact behavior? Through these questions, we did change a few things on how we did season 3. And when I say changed, I also mean the change from season 2 to season 3, because there has been different seasons. We wanted to look out for growth. So we wanted to select teams that were only ready for growth and not in ideation phase. But this is because this was aligning with the project goals. Flow State became the central operating system for the entire cohort, from application to streaming to almost close of the season, and also for transparency when you're showing the progress of the teams. Funding was split based on a 50-25-25 structure. I'll pause here to explain what 50-20-25 structure means. It currently means that out of all the votes that are made and the funding that is allocated, 50% of the votes are from mentors, 25% 75% from metrics and 25% from community. This is because we wanted to grow as an ecosystem, to build products for the ecosystem, but then we didn't want it to be a popularity context. We also wanted to reward real building and products that actually make a difference in the ecosystem, which is what ended up happening. We shifted from static mentorship through office hours and workshops to continuous hands-on support. And we reimagined bi-weekly demo days to have like iterative storytelling moments. If you notice, in all the demo days, we had builders sharing what they're most proud of, and also sharing the changes from cohort to cohort, which made it, which brought about a lot of accountability and also excitement around the Builders program, because this is an opportunity for the builders to share with us what they've been working on with the projects. The other thing that we did, and also, you know, something that made a change, and in my opinion was one of the biggest changes, or one of the biggest impacts. One of the big things that we did that brought about a lot of impact was also that we stayed deeply involved through one-on-ones that were weekly, and these one-on-ones were places for solving issues and blocking things that were not moving, creating new opportunities that already exist in the ecosystem and outside, and also became strategy meetings where we discussed a lot of things and then blocked different things for different teams. We became, I think season 3, when I'm to sum it up in one sentence, I'd say it was more about building alongside teams and not above the teams, which was really great. So what worked very well, and I think I've touched on this a little bit, was the one-on-one engagement and everything. It brought about accountability, clarity, growth, and this has also been feedback from the different builders that I've been working with. And then instead of like traditional workshops or having office hours, we had builders have high touch with us, the mentors, and also the core team, which brought about an opportunity for us to be thinking partners and not just, people who are giving updates on what is happening. We also had growth milestones, pushing and sessions that were even outside the one-on-ones. And this is what I think shaped what we delivered and what we continued to build on. I think the other thing that we did was we changed the approach from being an evaluation of the teams, especially when it comes to demo days or even the one-on-ones, and it shifted from reporting to sharing momentum and unblocking anything that was blocking this. Then the other thing was we kept sharing opportunities beyond the program, and even when some teams are talking about mini pay listing, we did come in and we tried to assist. Now, I'm not claiming that we were perfect, because there's some things that, haven't worked. And we could have done stronger involvement and mentorship when it comes to the program. This is something that we are continuously working on. And hopefully in season 4, we're going to improve on. And then we want to foster builder-to-builder collaboration inside the cohort. And this is something that has been requested by you, the builders yourselves. Now, I know I've shared some insights on what worked, what didn't work. However, we're still refining this, and we really need your support for us to know what exactly worked, in your opinion, which goes deeper than what the internal team thinks. Because of that, we will be sharing a survey to gather deeper feedback from everybody immediately after the call today. And in the upcoming mixer session that we have, for those of you who don't know, we have an upcoming mixer with the mentors and everybody who participated in the Good Builders Season 3 program. And we will be sharing real data and impact metrics so that we keep showing the measurable progress and how the program has continued to grow over time. And I'm going to share the highlights of different teams immediately after this. But what we're seeing is consistent patterns across all teams. I'm glad to report that almost all the teams have reached their milestones and goals, which is pretty impressive. And this has emerged in patterns like strong retention when it comes to users coming back to the different apps. We have consistent daily, weekly engagement from people also using these dApps that have been created. We're seeing utility payments, rewards on chain activity, which is showing the real usage of G. And then we're seeing that we're seeing community-led growth, where builders have actually really worked hard to get a community that backs their products. And as teams continue to share their progress, you're going to be even wowed because they can share their progress better than I can. Now, before proceeding to anything else, I'd like to introduce my core team. And if you're here and you're able to open your camera or like say hi to the people just by waving, that would be nice. So we have Hadar, who's the CTO and team lead. We have Mary, she's growth lead. We have Lewis, tech lead. We have Thales, who leads data, and we have Mike, who's a developer, and of course, you know me, the dev community lead. We also have moderators within us, and they also work closely with us. Then we did not work on GoodBuilders alone. We also worked with 11 amazing mentors who you have all been attached and spoken to at some point. And they are displayed here. We did share a mentors directory, but I just want to pause here and say thank you for building with us. Obviously, my core team is also part of the mentors, but the mentors who are not part of the team, we really appreciate your effort and for voluntarily helping the teams. On to the builder highlights and builder highlights on what happened during the program. So the first two teams here that I'm highlighting, Delulu and FocusBet, they started from literally 0 users, and now Delulu is at 100 users, which has been built over 3 months. And we are seeing people using the platform very consistently to hit their goals, which is pretty impressive. FocusBet, they have also started from 0. They have 500 users, with a 63% retention rate. People are coming back to Focus. And in this day and age, as I keep saying, of TikTok and all these apps, this is a very useful app in this day and age. EAT initiative, Precious Kitchen, very proud to report, and I hope Yoni will share all the pictures, that today the POC started, field rescue initiatives have started. Yoni set out to start proof of concept, with working with schools to see how food rescue can be done in a real manner using G. And it's just an amazing testament to see how G is driving real everyday impact. Then we have Gardens. They did launch a streaming conviction voting, and with the GoodBuilders ecosystem now, you guys as the builders now have an opportunity to get funding beyond even the program, and they have a strong community to back that. Canvassing, I remember when we started the program and we were talking about getting 2,500 users plus, they were a bit hesitant to commit to that, but look at them today. They have over 3,700 users, and the G volume has been reached. Then there's Sovseas. They did something that was really great this season, and that is they figured a way to turn their points, the points that people gain through their system, and turn them into G. And this G is used by the users in different ways. And they did also start from 0. So for me to see that they've grown up to like 350 users, 12 campaigns, this is amazing. And then we have Balaio. They did a full rebrand. They have 51 plus users now, 650K tasks. And what is also awesome about Balaio is that they've now started partnering with universities and even local businesses to use G as rewards and as some used as a form of payment. And then Ubeswap, I remember when we gave them this milestone of developing a savings contract using Superfluid. They thought it was technically challenging, but they've been able to do this, which is pretty impressive. And then Esusu, who we're working with also to do cashbacks, a cashback experiment, were able to have transactions over 800K in G. And this is being used to pay for things such as electricity, airtime, and this is just very awesome to see. Now, I know I've shared what the teams have done. That's just a highlight. I know they have like a lot of things to share, and I cannot wait for them to share. But in this upcoming period, especially because today is demo day, and then tomorrow is when the season officially ends, I wanted to share a few updates on what's next. And streaming stops on the 19th. So this means that you will continue to receive funds in your wallet until the 19th. Then season 4 will open on 9th June, and I cannot wait to see everybody who joins us again. Then we will be having a build-a-thon within the last week of May with its own, and we want to have projects that are being built for the G ecosystem that feeds into season 4. We will also have incentives towards this, so keep your ears open, and we will share information as soon as it's ready. We will also have a deep dive webinar on the Good Dollar and the Good Dollar ecosystem. We know that we've also been rebranding, so this this might also be something interesting for you to look at. And then what is ahead as well is that we're looking into new partnerships and funding opportunities. I see some partners over here, which is really awesome, and hopefully we can collaborate for season 4 to support builders who are building in different ways. We will continue sharing weekly opportunities for builders. We're having a mixer with mentors and builders to connect, share feedback, and have surveys done live. Hopefully all of you make it for that. And then what we are working on strengthening as we wait for season 4 as well is that we want to strengthen the mentor network. So if you know anybody who would love to be a mentor, please let us know. We will be doing post-program support to see how we can support you as the builders before season 4. And then again, as I mentioned, we're looking at strategic collaborations and partnerships to bring in high impact projects and also more funding, which means, more pools of funds available for all the builders. I will stop there and ask any questions that is there. And before we actually go to the presentations of the teams, I want to give a big shout out to all these teams that are displayed right now. You've done a lot of work to get to this point. And today, as you share your story and where you began till where you are today, I cannot wait to see the growth and for you to actually give a testimonial on, how the project, how the program has been for you. Yeah, so those are the awesome updates I had today. I'm excited for the presentations, but before I start, is there any questions or anybody who wants to say anything? Okay, awesome. If there's nothing, I know, Andrew, that you're prepared to start, but Olise had asked me if he could start. Olise, are you around still? Do you want to start?
Yeah, I'm still around. And Andrew, can I start? Okay, thank you very much. Okay,
Awesome.
let me share.
I am
Present.
sharing.
Andrew, thanks. How do I? Oh, good. Let me just share the whole screen so I don't take time. Okay, hey guys, glad to be here. Where is the presentation? You guys will forgive me. Prayer quote me and where's it? It should be here.
Sorry, Olise. I thought you were ready.
It was ready, but good. Okay, just 1 second. But anyways, for those who don't know what Sovseas is, I think. How do I stop here? Oh God.
Do you want a moment? Do you want to go after Andrew?
It's here. Okay, thank you very much. Oh God. Sorry. Thanks, Rael. I asked Andrew to go first because we have like a presidential swearing in, so it's a bit too confusing here. So self ads. Thanks, Rael, for the introduction. You talked about what we did, and yeah, so we started with, I think Sovseas started from Sovseas. We saw we had a lot of projects and we wanted to do something to monetize because we reached out the projects, and then we saw and we had like a lot of ideas, and this is one of them that really reached out and asked people, and they said it could happen. So we saw the advertising, like the advertising wheel is broken. So we say let's make our own, but advertise the advertisements which are on chain. They reward users for interaction, and then we come up with the idea. Then we reached out, we got like handlers like bots and stuff. That's when we came up with Good Dollar, the identity, and everything. So let me just go into it. So Sovseas is decentralized ads. Here you have an ad system whereby you have an advertiser, a publisher, and users. In that, advertisers have content they want to put out there. You have a pool, you have a program you want to put out there. And then there are these people who already have websites and they are just having nothing, like most of the projects here, and they have a lot of users which they could monetize. And then again, there are also the users, which of the users, even me as a user, I think I should remove this. Me as a user, I would want to, I don't know, like most of the ads we see are just hindering. But then if you get an ad that even pays you, like you pay for my attention, it will be something nice. So we have so that's how we have the one chain loop whereby an advertiser can create an ad and publishers put it on their site through the SDK. It's all there. So what we built when we started the season, we had like campaign, we had like milestones, the goals to hit. Um, so we hit like 12 campaigns. We have 8 plus. There are plus more coming in. Then we have the SDK. It's one of the amazing things, such that if you just put it in the site, you don't need to do anything, and you can just keep adding. And then we recently we have integrated the engagement rewards, though it's still on DevNet. We are waiting for them. And then we had like some other people come in and audit, though it's not yet out there. And then we have a leaderboard. So what was proved, like you can now redeem G's if anyone here goes like on a site that has Sovseas, even the Sovseas itself, or canvassing. I remember Andrew was putting in, and you see an ad, you can see you get that point. And then if you see over 10 ads, or you can then redeem the ads, the points, and then you get the good dollars. So the infrastructure is there, the pay-per-view, the publisher payout loop is there. If you have a website, you can also claim. So what the season we haven't hit and which we hope we could hit is, we had in our milestones, we had a target of having processing over 50K worth of good dollars, but we haven't reached that milestone, but we are still pushing. So the milestones, that's it, the redeemed and thing. So these are the progress, like what we did and what we never did. I've already summarized it. I don't want to. So this is already shipped. You can go there, you create an ad, and then you can give it out there. The leaderboard, you can see your presence in the leaderboard. You can claim the rewards. If you have a website like all of us who have projects, you can see the SDK is just a simple like 3 lines. I even forgot to add here, we have an MCP, which just like if you are using like Casa or Visual Studio or anything, you can just say, you can point it at Sovseas, ads.sovseas.xyz, and say integrate it in my system, and it will do everything. And for you, just like start adding, you just give it a wallet that you want it to add to earn from. So what we didn't do yet, we had like numbers to hit, but you see we missed them by like small numbers. But yeah, we still have, as she said, we still have over 19 days though the season is ending, but we shall continue doing. And then that is it. Like we proved, and as Raya said, we started as limited as 0 users. It was a concept. And then we have over now 300 people on the leaderboard who have seen the ads. We have sites which are already integrated with us. And I can say, as maybe it was a success. I don't know how it gets, but thanks. And that's the end of the presentation. I have to look for Google Chrome.
Thank you, Elisa.
Yes.
Awesome. Very nice to see the growth, and very proud of your growth. And this is just a start.
Oh, thank you.
Awesome. I think next we can go now to Andrew.
Okay. Stop sharing.
Yeah, thank you so much. Good presentation, Lise. And I'm happy to be here. I'm happy that this project and many other projects have come this far. Canvassing is a project that can help you to get your first 100 users. It can help you to get opinions on whether what you're building is viable or it has a place in the many among the many apps already existing. And when we entered round 3, we had these 5 milestones. We wanted to, in the previous rounds, we noticed that we struggled with user retention because of how our app was built. And it was suggested in that round that we have a system where people can come in the app, create wallets so that they stay within the app. And then we decided to, enable people to claim G within the app. And so that was one of our technical milestones. And we also wanted to distribute G. So we wanted to bring more people and to distribute more G. And I think we have stayed true to that mission. We've gotten over 3K accounts. We have distributed over 3.5 M G to externally owned accounts and 3.8 in total. We've also sponsored wallets. I think the one thing that we did not see ourselves doing is exposing our community to good collective pools. So because the idea is to get people to know more about Good Dollar. So if there's anything that they do not know about, maybe like a good collective. So that was also one of our mission, which we did well. And I think right now we are looking at what we want to do beyond the epoch, which is to now lock in on getting partnerships to get people to do more tasks in our bid to create like a project that is sustainable. And of course, we also want to grow the number of people we bring into Good Dollar, and we think engagement rewards is going to help us in that regard. And I think looking at the whole program it has helped us to get to have a technical momentum to build both the technical bits of the project and the non-technical bits. I think, and also the model of weekly check-ins has been very, very useful, because it's like our project stays on its toes. There's no time to slack. We get to do more. And I think overall it's like a nice like launch pad for the next couple of months, next project, next thing that we are going to do. So thank you so much, G team, for your support, for the G, for the mentorship, for the constant feedback. And we hope to be there in round 4 and the other rounds, and to continue to preach the Good Dollar gospel. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you, Andrew. And again, congratulations on almost 4K users, which is pretty awesome. I think the next team is Delulu.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. Okay, sorry, I'm trying to share my screen. Okay. Hi, guys. Can you all see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Hello, everybody. It's really nice to be here today, and it's been quite a journey, and we're really excited to be at the end of this journey. So I'm just gonna try to explain what Delulu is for the sake of those who do not already know what we do. So basically, Delulu is a community, or we are trying to build a community that encourages people to be delusional about their life. We want to build a space where people can reach for the stars, right? So basically, that's what we do at Delulu. We want people to dream and dream high. And where we started, actually, when we joined this Good Builder season 3 round, we started off as a prediction market, and I think we had like 30 plus users that were not even active, and we also had like a lot of questions and a lot of doubts. I think Rael can attest to that. So we did a whole lot of pivoting during this season. I think at the third week, we were still trying to, understand what we're really building, because we came with a prediction market, but we had a major problem, and which was to prove that people are actually achieving their goals, and people didn't really want to stake on other people's goals. It sounded like a really cool thing. Oh, people would want to do that, but when we did a lot of survey and we got feedback from the community and people here and there, we realized that, yeah, that's not going to work. So we had to pivot from a prediction market. I think we pivot like about 3 times or so. And yeah, like I already mentioned, we had like 30 plus users that were not really active, and a lot of questions basically. So where we are now, we've really come a long way, because like I mentioned earlier, during like the third epoch, we're still like struggling, trying to get users, and yeah, it was a whole lot. We kept like having meetings with Rael. Thank you so much to Rael. She was there at every time we had like very crazy questions, and then where we had like so much doubts, and she just kept helping us to, ideate. We ideate together, and even while we're pivoting, we run some stuff through her, and she's like, oh, that is not, that's not gonna work. She just gave us like a couple of advice here and there. Yeah, so here now we are currently at 800 plus dreamers, and we also have like 2K plus, transactions, and we also have 200 plus dreams manifested on Delulu. Yeah, so that's where we are at the moment. And the biggest game changer for us was team collaboration and also the student ambassadorship program we launched. I think we were having issues with getting users and also retention. We reached out to one of the teams. I think that's Esusu, and he shared like a couple of things we could do to like help us grow, and that really, really helped us. From that moment, we were able to see significant growth in the product and also the community. And like I said, we also launched the student ambassadorship program, which really, really helped us. We had students in like different universities, creating like a little community of dreamers, helping them to like manifest their goals and keeping track of their milestones, basically. So that's the biggest game changer for us. And okay, so I think I'm just gonna show you guys what that looks like at the moment. Okay, so this is what we have, and this is what Delulu looks like. You basically come here and you create your goal, and we've integrated AI. So all you need to do is to tell us your dreams. So if you want to get a car or you want to get a house, which is like a very vague dream for the kind of people we're working with. So we basically just help you break that down into steps that you could take, like, oh, do you have a saving plans? Do you have a job? Or stuff like that. So if you do not have a job, you select, oh, I do not have a job. And we create milestones for you and help you arrange it in such a way that you could like keep, for instance, sending cold emails or applying for jobs, and we keep sending reminders to ensure that you're keeping up with your milestones and you are on track. So these are like some couple of Delulus that have been created. This particular user has like a four-day streak, is trying to lose fat through working, which is amazing. We have this one taking French lesson daily on Duolingo. So like I said earlier, we had to pivot from a prediction market, and now we are basically supporting people's goals by tipping. So if you have G and you like to go to the platform to support people's goals, you could come here and look at any of the Delulus that you think are, are really worth it, and you support them with G. This particular user has raised 1 kg, which is amazing. So yeah, when you have some time, you could just go through the platform and check out a couple of Delulus. So what's next for us? The next thing is a UI revamp, which is already in progress. And then we also need to get listed on MiniPay. This is already in progress, and hence why we need a revamp. And this will also help us to reach a wider audience and have more people onboarded to be more delusional about their lives. And also want to have more partnership with communities and students. During I think for the past couple of months, our partnership has been with students, and we'd like to extend that to communities. And then the next thing is user retention and maintenance of the app. Yeah, so the Good Builder impact, we've had strategic clarity, ecosystem visibility, all thanks to Good Builder, community scaling. It wouldn't have been possible for us to grow this or come this far without the help of the Good Builder Season 3. And then also mentorship. We had one-on-one mentorship with our mentors and also with Ryle, which is really amazing, all thanks to our mentor and also Ryle. Yeah, and that's it for us. Thank you so much. for the opportunity.
Thank you, Zenta. That is very heartwarming. And congratulations on your growth. It doesn't stop here. Fingers crossed on the mini pay listing. I think the other person we have, or the other team rather, is FocusBet. Salake, Olivia.
Hi everyone. I'm here. My name is Oshuke from FocusBet, and let me quickly share my screen. Entire screen. Yeah. So yeah, it's been 3 months already, and it seems like a lot. I mean, because I remember how the whole program started, and it really come a long way, especially in FocusBet. So yeah. So from the last demo day, we're at 412 users, and today we're at 540 users currently. So I remember, so as I said the last demo day, we started this project with 0 users, literally going from like people that we know, family, to register on our app, and today we're already at 540 users. So yeah, basically FocusBet is a productivity app based on Celo that allows users to focus on what really matters, focus on work, focus on working out, focus on building habits daily. So it keeps you accountable by giving you a digital pet that you can use that serves as a reminder and emotional connection. So it encourages you to keep on focusing. And so far, we have so far we moved from 13,000 focus hours, and currently we are at 21,000 focus hours. That means all our users have a cumulative focus hour of about 21,000 hours, which is really amazing, which shows that people are actually building habits by using FocusBet. For traction, we have 540 users now, with about 331 monthly active users. Then we have 130 weekly with a 63% retention rate, and we are currently at 11,000 total transactions in 3 months. So yeah, so it means our users are coming back to back every time to actually focus. So for in the past 2 weeks, we held something called Focus Blitz, which is a special competition that ran all week long, which incentivize our focusers to be able to focus for this period of time and be incentivized. So we sponsored the event with a total of $100, which was distributed among the top 8 at the end of the week. So yeah, so it is really allowed people to refer their friends and focus more during the week. So yeah, so that's what we did in the past 1 week. Then for a part of our wins, we actually came second in Celo's proof of ship for April. So you can see us just below Zurito here, which was a major accomplishment because this was our first time participating in proof of ship, and we didn't even expect to be in second place. So that was really great. We showed that we're actually building something that is meaningful to people. Yeah. So and also we've also been approved for engagement rewards, so which we believe will boost our users and our retention rates way higher. So we aim to see how that plays out in the following weeks to come. Then also this last week we hit 10,000 transactions and are currently at 11K, so which is quite crazy. So managing all these transactions happening on FocusBet. So next up, we're aiming for 100,000 transactions or 1 million transactions. So yeah, so this is our activity. 9,000 focus sessions completed, 21K hours, and we have our daily focus has been growing consistently, and which shows that our users are actually building those habits. So we have our G volume, which comes from users buying items from the shop, has been growing, and some users streaming their G into the UBI pool as well. So yeah, that is basically it. For the next steps, we are looking to launch on MiniP in the coming weeks, and we are looking forward to getting to 1,000 users with 30,000 focus sessions, and reaching out to more universities to partner with. So we've had some sessions where we've considered how to monetize and how to actually reach a broader audience by collaborating with major players in the productivity space. So yeah, that is basically everything about Focus Pets in the past 2 weeks. So yeah, we're thankful for the program. It has really enabled us to grow Focus Pet to what it is today, and we can't wait for you guys to see what we have next in tune for Focus Pet in the coming weeks and months. So thank you, Good Dollar. Thank you, Real, for the support and all, and for all the mentors who voted, and for the fellow Good Dollar builders. So yeah,
Awesome. Thanks, Alake. And yeah, it's been amazing to see the growth. Fingers crossed on the mini pay listing and the 1 million focus hours and transactions. Fingers crossed. And I cannot wait to see the next steps as well. Next team we have is Emery. Well, the team is Esusu, the person is Emery. Are you? Okay. Are you speaking? Okay, yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me at all?
Yes. Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I can't hear you. Can you hear me at all?
Yeah.
Let me just present. I can't hear you yet though. So thank you very much for all the wonderful presentations. Udogu, and this is Esusu. Where we are trying to solve issues around inflation and the valuation of currencies. And then we are also trying to give to bring about utility to assets in the real world. And that is why we focus on users being able to utilize their good dollars to buy airtime, buy data top-ups, and pay for electricity bills. And that is what we've basically focused on in the past few months, amongst other features. So far in the past 30 days, we've been able to, the G usage or the good dollar usage on Esusu has surpassed 800,000 from users buying airtime, data, and all. And then in the past 2 weeks, we published a module on Web3 certified community, which was attempted by 114 users. And we also kept on distributing good dollars to our top users. And we've done this for 4 weeks in a row, and we look forward to continuing with this streak. As well as we also got our engagement rewards application accepted, and so far 31 users have been able to meet the criteria for claiming that rewards, and we hope to get more in the coming weeks. Also, we finished third place, just behind Focus Pets, in the just concluded proof of ship on Celo. And then in the past 30 days since we started monitoring our transaction by transaction based gas sponsorship, we'll be able to sponsor over 3,000 transactions. And for the next step, we are looking forward to doing more S account campaigns to grow our user base. In the beginning of this whole round, we had no Twitter or S account, but we're able to create one. And so far, we have over 100 users in just around 2 to 3 months. And then we also are partnering with the Good Dollar core team to implement a cashback reward system, which will be launching before the end of this week. So basically, that's all we have. And generally, I want to thank the organizing team, the GoodBuilders team and the mentors that was assigned to us for helping us to refine our idea, to refine the goal, and to refine our focus also. And with this round, we're able to improve how we monitor metrics. Before, we just do a lot of things without actually properly compartmentalizing them to know the effect. And also for other teams in this round, for inspiring us also to do more and to go beyond what we've done before. And thank you all for your presentations. Thank you.
Thank you, Emiri. It's also nice to see the impact you're creating, and also good to hear about proof of shape. Just crossed for next steps, and of course, we will continue working together. Yeah, it's very awesome to see all the growth. Thank you for all your work as well. Awesome. I think the other team is Balaio, also started from around very little followers, not followers, users, but now has like immense growth. But I'll let him say more.
גוגו אצלכם? זוהר אצלכם?
Marcelo?
Hi, I
You-
thought another person was talking.
No,
Let me share my screen. Mm. Mm. I will update this one in the. Okay, I will update this one in the Google Drive as well. I just finished to create a better presentation. So first of all, I want to thank the whole GoodDollar community, which been super supportive since the beginning of the round and even like previously of it, and also the GoodDollar team and everyone involved in these rounds. So basically, Balaio was launched in November last year, but we actually started to have attention and some time to actually focus on it in February, which was coincidentally the beginning of the rounds. So it was a lot of coincidence. And what we shipped is we now have 75 unique users completing tasks, which is 35 beyond the milestone of 40 users. So now we have actually 3 pilots running at once. Our milestone for task creation was 150 until the end of the pilot. We have now 653 as well. We went also beyond in the milestone regarding the tasks claimed and approved tasks. And that was basically because we focused the growth as we didn't have the communications team ready to work with us since the beginning, because my friend Pedro was very sick. Then focus the growth on the pilots and getting new organization. So less work regarding making sure new audience come, and actually instead of gaining user per user, I was gaining 10 users a day. We onboarded 2 new initiatives. One will be innovation hub in the city of Salvador. They will also use Balaio, and I'm talking to them about UBI, so maybe we'll get them to be onboarded in GoodDollar as well. We started the design of the first AI plus human collaboration pilot, where AI agents will actually create tasks for humans to coordinate. We completed all the milestones. Actually, this is a lie, because the last milestone is to host the office hours with the students, and we didn't concluded this one yet. I want the students to launch the GoodDollar, they own GoodDollar apps, so I think it makes sense. And we were accepted in the Celo proof of ship in the last month. New smart contract is also ready to deploy with features of monetization and privacy. And now Balaio is officially supporting as infrastructure 3 pilots happening in 2 different states of Brazil. We started with Bahia, now we have Rio de Janeiro with an NGO called Mulheres que Codam, and another in Minas Gerais in the city of Belo Horizonte, the capital. And we are preparing also the API so we can like expand beyond our own capacity. What's working? Growth is solid, communications improved significantly. Students are like doing things beyond the pilot obligation, which is really, really interesting for us. Community on board as growth channel is working well right now, and we will keep it. And user feedback, it's very aligned with what I wanted since the beginning for Balaio, like simple and works. And we onboarded a new contributor, Luis. He is here in the call, and he's the one who will like lead the pilots beyond now, so I can focus on dev stuff. What is tricky? Oh, sorry. What is tricky right now? The decision over quality versus quantity in growth. Quantity brings new funds and attention, but quality like make sure we have a reason to exist in the medium long term. But we are like considering what we do, because engagement farming campaigns will like drive growth, like will be like exploding, but at the same time we'll be onboarding a community that maybe is not our main target. Communications is good, and monetization is under consideration. What's new? We now want to reach 200 users by the end of the month. We set this goal like by our own heads. We'll do like a partnerships tour to onboard 10 new initiatives to Balaio to make sure we have regular usage without like our own efforts. Come sprint, office hours with the pilot participants. Gas sponsoring. Today I'm doing like currently I'm sending Celo to the wallets myself. The idea is to go like over it. And the final thing is students launching their own $GoodDollar dApps. Sorry for going beyond the time, and again, thank you for the whole community, and even all the projects were so inspiring in this round that I like learned from everyone. And thank you, and guys, you guys are rocking. Like, you guys have so many users. Bye.
Thank you so much, Marcelo. It's very nice to see also the growth. Fingers crossed on reaching the 200 users. Keep us updated. And of course, I know we will be in touch. Congratulations on all your growth and everything that every work that you've put in. It's awesome. Wow. I think the next team we have is Ubeswap. Harun, are you around?
Yes, I'm here.
Awesome.
Just sharing my screen right now. Okay, can you see it right now?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So hi everyone, nice to see everyone again. This is the final demo day, and I will be walking you through quickly what we've been up to and what we have accomplished all through season 3. So our first milestone, we have deployed the $GoodDollar liquidity providing widget, and we have also deployed the current savings contract and XDC network. And I'm also happy to announce that the stream saving rewards using Superfluid has also been completed. We have done almost all the work. We will be sending that work very soon. The only thing that we were not able to achieve in this season was growing the user numbers. That's mainly because all the work that we have done has just been done, and it hasn't received traction yet. So this is what the LP widget looks like. Here you could select the range, add your liquidity, manage your liquidity, and this will be available directly on GoodDApp. And the Good Dollar Savings widget, this is for the XDC network deployment. As you could see over here, it's also done, ready, and good to go for GoodDApp. And this is the Ubeswap screen of the Good Dollar Savings widget on Celo network using with Superfluid. It's working. It looks really good. The migration from the old savings that we have done in the previous season to the current one is ready to go. So we're just gonna send in the final implementation for the Good Dollar team to review. But currently it's working. We have been streaming rewards, and it's all good to go. So yeah, that's pretty much it. The three parts, the three different contracts and works that we have finalized. The savings widgets will also be live very soon, and we're looking forward to your feedback.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Harun, especially for all the work. I know you also mentioned the last milestone was a bit technically complex to create. So thank you so much for pushing and ensuring that it's done, closer to the demo day. Thank you so much. I appreciate all the work, and I'm very proud of it. Wow. Thank you, Harun, again. Next, we have Yoni.
Hi. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Happy to be here today. Let me share my screen. Share. Do you see my screen?
Yes, I see your screen.
Okay. Is it now full screen? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Great. So I'm Yanni, Pesia's Kitchen, a nonprofit organization dedicated to food rescue and food insecurity. We're building here a platform where we can verify our positive impact, creating trust and transparency, and hopefully leading to wider support because of this transparency and trust that we want to create. So today we had a very special day at the Ort Melton High School in Bat Yam, a city here in Israel. Actually marks our first official Eat Impact Initiative collaboration and session together with students and staff of the school. So early morning today, we began with a food rescue activity where around 15 to 20, maybe even 25 students came together to sort and pack nearly 800 kilograms of surplus vegetables and fruits that would otherwise go to waste. And after preparing the food packages, they were distributed to nearby communities, as well as to students and staff members who need it. After the activity, we this is the food rescue activity. Amazing students, food rescue heroes. So right after that, we gathered together into one of the classrooms. We were approximately there around 15 students and a few staff members. I started to present. It began with sharing kind of my personal journey, how I entered the world of food rescue, how we established and developed the Eat School program, including the challenges that we overcame throughout the years. This is our 5th year, especially our ongoing challenge of fundraising and support. From there, I introduced the students to the foundations of blockchain technology and Web3. And then I continued to the Eat Impact app, its purpose, its vision, the benefits. And after a short introduction, I invited the students to take out their phones And I created a QR code. It's a temporary QR code. And I had all the requested all the students to scan the QR code that linked them directly to the app, getting them kind of used to this scanning QR code issue. And then I guided them step by step through the process as they begin interacting with the platform, verifying their social engagement by recording their volunteering activity, and then continuing to the educational section, reading the short informational content about food rescue, food insecurity, UBI, Good Dollar, and blockchain technology. And that was followed by completing a 5-question quiz. Here you can see the students on their phone. I got them to sit down and learn. And this is, of course, because they understood that by recording the activity and by completing the learning module and the quiz, they'll be creating impact, a donation that was going straight to Sovseas Kitchen to help fund the activity that we just did and to help fund the meals. So I'm happy to share by the metrics that around 8 students were able to successfully complete the process and triggering a donation to Sovseas Kitchen. You can see these food rescue heroes here. And this was after the session. And here you can see Sovseas Kitchen's Good Dollar wallet, all the Good Dollars here. Let me press play. This is all the Good Dollars here. So it was around 17, I think, transactions and about 2 transactions per student that we're able to complete. And we kind of concluded the session where I invited all the participants through the app. They can join our WhatsApp group and continue the process together through there. 5 students joined the WhatsApp group so far. We also, I kind of emphasized that this was a first meeting and there is much more to come in the future. Today, we, again, only briefly touched the world of blockchain and Web3, and there's still so much to explore. So I got them kind of hyped on the whole issue. So overall, today was a great experience. The first time that we really had people on the ground using the app, interacting. And we'll continue and to develop the process with this school where we have an official collaboration. They are very excited. The feedback from the staff after the session was extremely positive. They shared that the students were intrigued, engaged, and generally interested because they felt that there was something new to them. And I as well felt that during the session and after the session in discussions with the students that participated. So hopefully we're gonna continue the process until the end of the school year with this school. Maybe we can kind of do pop-up sessions in other schools that I'll be visiting, like I did before, and really start working on next year, and hopefully begin integrating and implementing the EAT initiative together with the EAT school program, and introduce it to more schools, and just keep on developing the app and evolving and growing. So we're very excited to what comes next. Stop this.
Awesome. Thanks, Yoni. It's very special that the POC kicked off and you've already started piloting with one school. So exciting things ahead, and I'm very happy that reached. And of course, we continue working together. Thank you very much.
Great, thank you. Thank you to everybody who helped get us here. This is our third round, including Silo Camp that we did. And thank you, GoodDollar, for making this happen. Thank you to the team. And thank you to the inspiring teams here that kind of pushed us forward. So thank you all.
Awesome. Thank you as well. We really appreciate it. And it's been awesome. I think the next team and the last team to present today is Gardens. Are you here, Paul?
Hey, yes, I'm here.
Hello.
And let me share my screen. Yeah, it's kind of fun being the last presentation on the last demo call. It's been a good few months with everyone.
Yeah.
So let's get started. Here's our final progress update for season 3. And I think this is kind of objectively our best season yet in terms of growth, in terms of feature development. And it really feels like we're kind of reaching the next stage of maturity from startup stage to kind of a mid-stage community governance platform, and we're starting to really kind of get a groove going for a lot of what we're working on. So over the last 3 months, the big things that we delivered, the biggest was streaming conviction voting. Those have been in private beta for a few whitelisted communities that we've had, and those have been testing quite well. And public launch for that is going to be happening later this week or later this month. And then as part of that, we have the GoodBuilders ecosystem garden. We have funding pools for every community in season 3. And then we also have the ecosystem streams, which was one of those pilot streaming conviction voting pools, which is live now and streaming. We also did SUP rewards, so everyone's activities on gardens have been getting rewarded. There's still about 100K SUP left that's getting allocated for gardens activity. So if you haven't already gone through some of these gardens incentivized activities, that's a really good idea. And then we also deployed to Ethereum mainnet, which that's been long delayed just because of really transaction fees. But now that transaction fees are low enough, and we feel like we have a lot of good case studies and better reputation in this industry, we felt ready to deploy to Ethereum mainnet, and we'll have some mainnet communities launching over the next couple months, which will be fun. So streaming conviction voting, if you haven't played around with it already, it's a pool. You can fund it. You can set a maximum budget, and then the token stream to proposals based on the amount of conviction. This is, in my opinion, the holy grail of funding mechanisms in crypto. You have the protection of conviction, which allows for this low friction, continuous governance. And then you can also combine that with superfluid, which kind of adds the time delay of the fact that the tokens are streaming, and then being able to combine that with quadratic funding. This just makes something that you can set up to work for something as small as a working group of 3 people, or something as large as a $100 million treasury that's making its like top level treasury allocations for its main expenditures for its ecosystem. So I'm really excited for especially the launch that's coming out for that later this month. So yeah, the only other kind of bonus delivery that we had this season was the Marquee integration. So that's been raising funds on the top header of the Gardens app website. And that's something that's also getting launched, or it has been launched separately from Gardens as kind of an offshoot product. And that's been getting traction separately from Gardens as well, which has been fun. Our growth this season, yeah, we're really excited about these numbers. Over 1,000 proposals created, almost 3,000 unique members are on Gardens now. $235,000 has been allocated through Gardens, and there's another 100 grand that is actively locked in the the gardens contracts, either in funding pools or as governance token stake. So we call that our total capital flow of gardens. So yeah, we're starting to reach a level of impact that is truly meaningful for public goods projects, open source software, and Web3 ecosystems, just like Good Dollar. Those numbers below are the Good Dollar specific numbers. So we have 100+ members that are joining communities where G is the governance token. We've got dozens of proposals that have been created. We've got 15 million G staked across all these communities, and over 100 million in G in the funding pools for those communities as well. Let me jump to the gardens community. So this is our ecosystem streams pool. I think I've showed this to you guys a few times on demo calls. But so right before this call, we kicked up the budget for this pool, and before we had 1 million G streaming per month, and now the max budget has been updated to 5 million G. And so as of just maybe like 20 minutes ago, these streams are all 5x what they were before, and that's going to continuously stream now for at the very least until this 10.5 million G is streamed. So this should be a couple months of funding for all the projects in the ecosystem, and then this should be something that we can sustain continuously between rounds, have this be an evergreen source of funding for the projects in this round and for future rounds, and ideally anyone that's creating value within the Good Dollar ecosystem. So if you haven't already, go in here, support, join the community. We've had a couple users with issues with wallet connection. Not every wallet works as well as we would like it to, but I highly encourage, if you haven't, to go into the Gardens Discord and just show your specific situation, and me or one of the devs on the team will be able to help you get connected and make sure that you can join the community and support the proposals in here. So yeah, if you do that, and if you already have joined this community, then you should also go to the Superfluid claim, and you should get your sup incentives for doing that. There was something like $10,000 worth of sup incentives over the course of this Superfluid season. And so yeah, there's still another few weeks of that left, and then we've also just created our proposal to renew that for another season of funding in the next season of Superfluid. So lots and lots of very good reasons to join Gardens, support these proposals. And then also, as your funding pools accumulate revenue, which you can see the funding amounts in the different pools here, make sure you go into your pool, and this is where you can request funding for your project. You can create the proposal here, and then say what the proposal's for, and get funded for your project. I think I've already gone over my time, so I'll stop there. But it's been great working with all of you guys, and yeah, everyone else has said this too, but truly thank you to the Good Dollar team and for this program. This is a really well run, obviously, program. The flow state and continuous streams, and the way that people are able to kind of keep on track of the activities that are happening it's really cool to be a part of, and thank you for having us be part of it.
Yeah, thanks, Paul, and I hope everybody can hear me. I don't know what is happening with my video, but thank you for your presentation. I really, really appreciate it. Congrats on the massive growth, and I'm glad that this you've grown much. I'm sure there's going to be like even more growth as we proceed to the seasons. Drew, are you around? So the next step is I asked Drew if he could like give us a short testimonial, 2 minutes, to share like his feedback as a mentor on the program. Drew, are you around still?
I am, yes. I have about 1 or 2 minutes before I got to head off to appointment, so I apologize. I'm going to go through it quickly. Just wanted to say thank you to the Good Dollar team and everyone for pulling this together. It was a lot of fun. It was my first time kind of digging a bit more into the Good Dollar ecosystem. And so I was a mentor for Esusu. What I will say is they really didn't need much of a mentor. My support was more kind of moral support, I think, providing some connections here and there, some advice for community building. But really, like, they ran the show on their own. They did an awesome job, and so shout out to them for just growing an awesome product. And hopefully we can keep the conversations going, and I can continue to watch it grow. But I think for me, like, something that's been really fun is just seeing. I participated in a lot of grant programs where it was like, here's the start date, here's the end date. Might be there's some community fundraising that happens throughout. You donate, as you go, or there's like an award that's given out at the end. But I've never participated in anything where there's been constant, dynamic, changing streaming funding. And it's been something that I've been, covering a lot, seeing the growth of like Superfluid and Flow State and those sorts of things. And I also have received streaming funds before, but I've never really kind of seen it in action, tied to voting and impact and outcomes. And as someone who's worked in the nonprofit sector for decades before this too, like, a huge pain point is just like the traditional grant process. And having something that's more sustainable, ongoing, dynamic, can really be a game changer. And we've seen here too how it also really helps the projects kind of, stay not so much accountable, but motivated, I think. And I'm sure if you're to ask these folks, like, taking part in this process versus kind of just a typical 6 weeks or however long this has been, I guess it's been longer than that. It's been a while. It feels like it hasn't been that long. And then they'll tell you that like the growth that kind of it almost motivated them and pushed them to do was like, was a game changer too. So I think to me, those are the big things, just like the motivation from the project side. And then on the other side, those that are kind of seeing and wanting to see the impact, whether it's a funder, in this case, a mentor, just a community member, being able to see it on kind of a constant, ongoing basis too. So I think that, like, to me, the streaming funds and dynamic voting mechanism is like a game changer. And I just want to give a huge shout out to the Good Dollar team and the projects. It's Esusu, Amiri. It's been fun following along and watching you grow, but really all the projects. I mean, like, Gardens, I've been, a big fan of for a long time. So it's been cool learning a bit more about them and also learning about new projects like, Balaio and Delulu. So it's been a lot of fun. Just, oh, sorry, that's my alarm going off to remind me that I got to go. But it's been so much fun just kind of being a part of it. You guys are doing an awesome job, and I can't wait to see it continue to grow into the next season. And I think that you're onto something. The success is definitely there, and seeing it today, seeing kind of how projects has gone from the start to now is really incredible. So I just want to say thank you to everyone involved. It's been a pleasure, and hopefully I can continue to be involved in different ways. So congratulations, everyone. It's been fun participating.
Thank you so much, Drew. Appreciate all the kind words, and yes, onwards and upwards for season 4. I think the other person that we have is the Zinta. If you could take a minute, and then.
Yeah, I am. I think I was struggling to hear you. Well, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. All right, cool. Hi, everybody. So I'm back again. First of all, I would really like to say a big thank you to the Good Dollar team and also Ryle. Thank you so much for this opportunity. It has been an amazing journey, and yeah, we've come thus far. So I think what stood out for me during this round, as a person, I have phobia for goats. So I remember when I started speaking with Ryle, and we kept having like back and forth about my group milestones, because yeah, I was just going for maybe 100 users, and she'd be like, no, I need to hit higher, because in my head I was like, how am I gonna get more than 100? It's just 100 I can get, and the push here and there. And then, like I said, I had phobia for marketing. I used to think marketing is like a whole lot of stress. I'm a developer. Let me just be by the side and build. And we leave the place, basically. But hey, during the round, I've been able to learn so much about onboarding, reaching out to people, even though you're building an amazing product that's going to help them. But yeah, the response you get from them is usually very weird. I'm like, oh, I'm here to help you. Like, why are you pushing me away? And stuff like that. So we learned so much about, being persistent, and how users think, and how we need to collaborate with people, with other, I can't just do it alone. All this while I was thinking, I need to reach out to people. I don't need partnerships and all of that. But yeah, during the course of the round, I learned so much about partnership. And also thank you so much to the projects and my team members. Yeah, like every other person that has a project here, because I remember the first week I came, the second week we had a demo day, and everyone was talking about their users, how they've grown and all of that. So seeing them talk about their users every now and then really, really helped me. If these guys can achieve this, then I can do that as well. And then even though it was like a bit of peer pressure, but it really helped me to step up my game. So the peer pressure was actually a very good one. And lastly, I would like to also say, as a founder, it's actually very easy to build without any support, no mentorship. So the streaming, it has been a very huge motivation for me as a founder to continue building, because there is support. I've heard or I've spoken to other founders who are building without support. It's really hard, and most times they just give up, right? So what we have here is really amazing and very beautiful. So once again, I really want to say a big thank you to the team, the GoodBuilders team. Thank you for the support with the streams and also the mentorship. It has been a very beautiful journey, and we can't wait to see you guys in the next round, and also show you guys what we were working on. Yeah, so thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you, Zinta, for that. We also loved having you, and everybody. Congratulations on your massive growth. I am not sharing my screen because I don't know what happened to my computer. But the last bit was just to say thank you for being, awesome teams to work with, and I cannot wait to see you guys in the next one. Remember to update your milestones on Flow State, and the community that is here. Remember to vote for your favorite teams. If you haven't already, voting closes tomorrow. And yeah, it's been awesome. See you in the next one. And since we will be having activities, especially as we wait for season 4, we will keep you updated, and hopefully we work together again. Thank you, everybody, and see you, I think, in the next one. But before I end the session, if anybody has a question, please raise your hand. If no question, that's okay as well. Hey, Luis.
Just using the